Fractura is a device that uses bipolar fractional radiofrequency to improve the skin. And that's exactly what Fractura does. It has a needle array in its handpiece that pokes to different depths into the skin. It can be superficial, mid-depth, or deeper depth. And by doing that, it creates zones of thermal heating that over a period of time heal with the surrounding normal skin that causes collagen to increase and causes a clinical benefit to the patient in a safe and effective manner. It's for those patients who want to look refreshed without going to a more extreme surgical procedure. And I think that's what most patients want these days, that you don't necessarily need to push the device to its limits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna treat at two different depths on our patient today. I'm gonna treat with the 60 pin, and I'm gonna treat with the 24 pin, which is deeper at about 3 millimeters. Beverly is 64 years old. She looks great. She really doesn't have too much damage in terms of aging, but she felt like, you know, the upper portion of her neck and the lower part of her jawline, lower part of her face had a little bit of laxity. She has some lines around her mouth as well, and her chin and jaw area, and she wanted to improve her texture and tone. She's had topical anesthesia on for the last hour. That is a must for this procedure. And our anesthesia ranges from 7% lidocaine tetracaine, and we also use 23% lidocaine, 7% tetracaine as well. I'm going to start taking this off now, as it has been over an hour. The settings that I'm going to use today entail doing two different levels of depth. The first level of depth is the 24 pin, and that is the deeper pin. That's going to penetrate more deeply in the skin. Now I'm going to use single pulse. That is a relatively conservative treatment for this device. In my experience, I've had patients be very happy with this treatment. We're going to be treating her from her mid-neck to about the level of her eyes. I'm now going to switch tips from the 24 tip to the more superficial 60 tip. These 60 pins are not quite as long as the 24 pin tip. Those are longer and therefore penetrate more deeply into the skin. With the 60 pin tip, you have less deeply penetrating pins here in this array. So I'm gonna treat with the 60 pin tip in the same fashion that I treated with the 24 pin tip, and I'm going to treat laterally across the lower part of her cheek with firm pressure and extending the skin laterally. So what do we tell patients after treatment? Well, we have them use ice packs to cool off their skin. That's something that we can do immediately after treatment. We also have them use, for a case such as this, light moisturizers after treatment. What you can see from the treatment is that it's really confined to the upper neck to the cheeks. Those address the specific concerns that Beverly had. If you're looking for a device that can produce improvement in texture, tone, wrinkles, acne scars, and tissue tightening, that can address multiple issues with one treatment, I think that this is an effective treatment. I think it's, in my experience, it's been a very safe treatment. There doesn't tend to be a lot of downtime with the treatment, and the patients that I've treated have been happy with it.
you go.
Here we go. Okay.
Have a seat.
Thank you, Dr. Kanodia. You know, I'm trying to explain to him what I'm doing today. He thinks like I'm getting, you know, a facelift and stuff.
Well, this is to avoid facelifts. She, you know, because she does not need facelifts. I mean, just to tighten this area a little bit is almost for her, it's like a prevention. So it works twofold. One, to make more collagen, and it sort of polishes the skin on the surface. So it has a dual function.
See, honey?
Come on, Billy.
I did my research.
Yeah.
I'm numbing up.
Yeah.
Do that?
Yeah, let's put it at 5.
That one hurt. That one went through my whole body.
Yeah. Did it? How is it?
It's awesome.
Yeah?
It's actually not bad.
Since you're about to be turning, well,
30.
you're about to have a big birthday. Let's just say you're not the youngest person at E! News, but to me, you look the best.
It's hard to turn 30.
You look good.
Yeah, you know, there's reddish, but, you know, I expect that. I mean, that means that it's working.
Yep. So a little bit red, not bad at all.
I like being in these types of doctor's offices because not too long ago she was really sick, you know, with everything. So this to me is fun.
After Fab Fest this weekend, I was reminded of a time when we were worried about your health. So I gotta be honest, I'm glad you're getting older.
I, like a lot of women out there, don't like the idea of getting older and more birthdays, but when you put it that way, it's so true. It's such a gift to be able to make it to another birthday every year, so.
It is a blessing.
Happy birthday!
Thank God.
Excellent.
Thank you, Dr. Kanodia.
Pleasure.
Thank you so
Always nice to
much.
see you.
This was
Yeah.
wonderful. This is great.
Nice.
Over time, all necks develop wrinkles and sags, but now for the first time, there is a unique procedure that can lift your neck without surgery. In today's For Your Health, Dr. Bruce joins us with details and some advice here. Dr. Bruce?
Well, Colleen, face and neck lifts do work, but surgery can be risky and can take time to recover from. Now, some experts say this technique is almost painless, and it may take just 5 minutes. Jessie Martinez loves the way she looks, with one exception.
I saw my jaw starting to drop, getting a little bit of a jowl, and having a looser neck.
That happens to almost all of us in time. But while Botox fillers and laser may help with the face, the neck may need surgery to look younger. But like many people, Jessie did not want surgery.
I just don't believe in doing it. I don't like the way it looks when I've seen other people do it.
So Jessie saw Dr. Simon Orion, who offered a unique procedure using this special instrument. First, Orion marks the areas to be treated. Then he begins.
We're going to go ahead and do the whole area.
Some patients may feel the radio frequency wave.
There is heat and there is pressure and a little bit of a prickly feeling, but nothing that I can't handle.
Although some patients may need 4 treatments, one treatment only takes 5 minutes.
How amazing that you can actually smile through this.
It causes the muscles and fat tissue to shrink and firm up.
Orion says a deeper effect is to stimulate collagen and other elastic tissues, so the result may look even better over time.
It shrinks and tightens up and goes back to snaps back to the way it was 5 or 10 years ago.
Here are some other patients before and after the procedure. Here's Jessie before and immediately after.
I saw a difference right away. I saw it tighter and smoother.
We visited Jessie just a few days later.
It's just progressively through the days improved. I'm happy that I did it.
Most men and women who want to look their best are adverse to surgery. So the last few years, there's really been an explosion of non-surgical opportunities. So color correction, wrinkle reduction, and tightening. Those are sort of the trinity of three things that women and men are looking to do in their face to achieve that youthful look. This little device that moves around on the surface of the skin and tightens and lifts. Most individuals that start with anti-aging tend to be women or men between 35 and 50, starting to see early signs of looseness, wrinkles, but yet adverse to having anything surgical. So with 2 treatments, generally about half an hour, fairly affordably, you could look 3, 4, 5 years younger after a series of 3 treatments.
Hollywood's biggest party just days away, and the stars are in full prep mode.
I've been prepping Julianne Moore this season, Naomi Watts, Maggie Gyllenhaal, even Bill Murray.
Celebrity skincare facialist Joanna Vargas, the celeb's secret weapon to a Golden Globes glow.
When they walk the red carpet, I want them to feel 100% like it's their day and that they feel beautiful.
First, finding a fountain of youth with a radio frequency facial.
You're going to see an instant tightening effect, even from the first facial. The crow's feet will get smooth. You're going to have a nice tight jawbone, and your neck is going to be really tight and smooth.
This machine here is one of the latest machines on the market. It's actually one of the best machines when it comes to killing fat cells, shrinking fat cells, tightening the skin, and increasing the collagen in the area at the exact same time. It goes in and it uses a kinetic pulse to go in and help pierce the fat cells, causing damage to those fat cells, which is what in essence causes those fat cells to go into apoptosis, which is how they die. And so you do get permanent fat layer reduction, but at the same time, it heats up the skin, so it allows for that skin to tighten. No machine out there really does everything the way that this device particularly does. This device will actually penetrate about an inch and a half below the skin surface there. So we're hopefully going to see her lose about 2 dress sizes.